Dean, we're having a little debate over here. We need your expertise.
Okay.
You know Gigi, right?
Well, I mean, we just met.
Wait, will you stand up so that he can take a look at you? Go on, stand up. Well?
Well, what?
What do you think? Do you think she's beautiful?
I don't know, I mean... Yeah, I guess she's fine.
Yes, that's exactly.
Hello Scenesters, this is Movie Review Justin, and this one is a little bit different because I'm talking about one of my favorite movies of all time, so I have a lot to say. The main thing that I want to say though is what a fucking banger this movie is. And I want to stress that every movie that I've talked about so far and probably will talk about is a great movie. But this one was so visually interesting and so dense with clips and examples that it was so hard to choose what to actually go with. This is Psychology in Movies, where we talk about psychology concepts and try to explain them from great examples in movies that serve as perfect illustrations. And today we are talking about the concept of triangulation from the 2016 film The Neon Demon, and just using the movie in general as a very thorough example of it. Triangulation means a few different things in psychology. It can be a divide and conquer tactic where a person in authority pits two or more people against each other by giving one person favorable treatment while either neglecting or criticizing the other. Romantically, it can be when a manipulator introduces a new person into the relationship to deliberately create confusion, jealousy, and friction, and to be able to manipulate and take advantage of people easier. And these dynamics don't just exist in romantic relationships. They can be used in the workplace, in the family, with friends, or even churches. In this video, I'm going to show clear examples of triangulation because it's important to be aware and understand. For context, The Neon Demon is a film about one person's journey through the fashion industry and a lot of the exploitation that occurs. But it could just as easily apply to the movie, TV, music, or entertainment industries. The movie follows an underage girl, Jessie, as she experiences extreme highs and extreme lows in the fashion world, but also with exposure to a lot of danger. This type of emotional roller coaster can be highly addicting and is known in psychology as trauma bonding. But for right now, let's just stick to triangulation. The reason why triangulation is so effective is because when you have two people that really want something, but only one person can have it, you have a lot of bargaining power. Now, imagine the setting of the fashion industry, because that's an environment where if one girl is unwilling to do something, 10,000 other girls are ready and available to do it. Everyone is very disposable, and this creates a competitive rather than cooperative environment. There's so many clips I want to use because the whole movie is about triangulation, but we have to watch at least two in full, and then we'll mix in some more here and there. Let's start with the clip that I use as my opener as our first example, and then reconvene after that.
Look at Jessie. Nothing fake, nothing false. A diamond in a sea of glass. True beauty is the highest currency we have. Now, without it, she would be nothing.
Triangulation is also effective in situations where people feed off of negative energy. Feeding off of negative energy is whenever we don't just receive encouragement through admiration and respect, but we also receive encouragement and good feelings from jealousy and envy. It often causes us to overlook red flags or mistreatment from others, either directed at us or at other people. But more importantly, it creates cycles where people who are bullied go on to become bullies themselves once they have a little bit of power or control. I'm sure any reviewer worth their salt has picked up on the metaphor that all of these models are essentially the same woman, just at various stages of their careers. It's an ironic and never-ending cycle of young women rising to power only to get other women jealous and threatened by their success, and thereby conspiring to tear one another down. And all of this is weaponized by certain industries, which prey on these types of people. I'm sure the same thing exists in the music or TV industry, but is probably unique to modeling because at least in those other industries, there's more collaboration happening. Great actors work with other great actors and are improved or complemented through sharing a scene together. Musicians still enjoy each other's music and collaborate all the time. But because modeling is essentially a zero-sum game, it serves as a hunting ground for people to prey on these young women. It's the perfect environment for triangulation. Triangulation is a manipulation that will eventually consume us if we let it. It creates environments where we can't be satisfied with any success we might have because it can all be stolen away. It is never fun to feel ganged up on. Here at Psychology in Movies, we want to remind you not to accept the niceness of people that are openly rude to others. Trust me when I say that they aren't doing you any favors. And learn to have some humility. When we constantly feel like we need to be better than other people, it just makes us feel more insecure about ourselves in the long run. Tell yourself that it's okay to lose every once in a while. Even the greatest people have failures. Don't be so weak and fragile that you can't tolerate failure. This has been Movie Review Justin with Psychology in Movies, reminding you to stay healthy and informed.
What's it feel like? What do you mean? To walk into a room and it's like in the middle of winter, you're the sun. It's everything.